Hey guys, welcome to Going Local with Google. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Myself and Niall are really looking forward to talking to you today about the upcoming local campaigns, which was a serious hot topic at the Google Marketing Live and one that many advertisers were really excited about.
Thanks, Emma. So today we're going to run through and bring you up to speed with everything local campaigns, which in my opinion is one of our most exciting and innovative products that we have on the market at the moment. So quick overview of the agenda and what we're going to cover. We're going to do a deep dive into what local campaigns are, how you can reach more customers across Google platforms and drive store visits and offline sales using our technology, and then how you can measure and report the impact that these campaigns are having at each individual store level, and then the requirements that are needed to get started and live on local campaigns.
Yeah, so just to start off, we'll give you a few stats. So 61% of people would rather shop with a brand with an actual physical location, and 80% go in stores to buy when they need something immediately, and 90% of all sales happen in store.
Some really big numbers there. Thanks for that, Emma. I think we're looking at this from the lens of declining footfall on the UK high street and how we can help the colleagues in store to help them keep them motivated and engaged with people coming through the doors. We know for certain products and for certain categories, people want to see and they want to touch them and they want to feel them in order to get a better idea of what they're like. And convenience is one of the number one factors why consumers enter a retail store after doing their research online. And that's a huge opportunity for you to reinvent how you segment your digital budget and excite the offline marketing teams and the colleagues in store.
Absolutely.
So Emma, it's a lovely picture, but what's missing?
I'm sure you guys all have a few guesses on your screens as well, but the people. So we need more people in our stores. You guys spend vast amount of resources making your stores look amazing, but what we need to do is actually drive more people into the store and make sure that these guys are valuable customers to be able to get your products off the shelves.
Great stuff, because we know for many years now consumers are more likely to be looking across platform, across device, and engaging with online and offline media now more than ever before. And at Google, we now have the technology to measure both offline conversions and cross-device conversions to give you a view of what's actually happening beyond your media spend and give you a holistic view of that omni-channel customer, which is so hard to get right.
So as Niall discussed there, like digital is such a critical touch point before you visit a store. So think of yourselves at home and, you're thinking of going into town shopping for the day. You most likely will look up opening hours of shops or whether they have a certain amount of products that you're looking for that day, and you're not alone in that. 81% of people actually search before they actually visit a store. 76% of people visit a website or an app of your store, and 44% watch an online video before actually entering your store as well. So these are all really good facts to be thinking about when you're looking to do local campaigns and getting a little bit more footfall into your stores. So here you can see that globally, Google is able to measure 10 billion store visits, which is
huge.
It's huge, yeah. And you can see here that it's scattered in loads of different countries throughout the whole world. So really exciting to be able to track this at such a vast scale.
So at Google, we're one of the world's leading omnichannel measurement specialists, and we have a vast amount of data that we've collected that we can expose and aggregate to collect store visits to give you a view of what's happening offline. So we do this using a variety of signals that are triangulated to your exact store location as you identified in Google My Business, and then we use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth technology to triangulate that user to ensure that they've entered the store. And then use the offline conversion metrics to determine the value that store visit brings to your business, which ultimately is the most important thing.
Yeah, magic. Perfect. So I guess like the challenge that a lot of advertisers have come to me with over the last few years is, how can they, if they have a product launch coming up, how can they drive more people to that particular store to make sure that that product is showcased to the best effect? Or, if you have a particular promotion in a store or a new store opening. So there's various different objectives of why you want to get people into the store, and local campaigns is your answer to this business objective.
Yeah, definitely. Local campaigns is one of our sexiest ad formats that we have at the moment, and it definitely opens up new conversations both for agencies and direct client teams around having conversations with different stakeholders in the business. And what this allows you to do is have a automated campaign which targets the right person at the right time with the right message across all of Google's platforms. And this is really, really unique, and gives you access to new imagery that you wouldn't previously have access to. So you can access and drive store visits across search, maps, and through the Google My Business profile, on display, and YouTube. This is a phenomenal platform for you to engage with new customers and drive that offline activity, which is so important for your business.
Yeah, so that's essentially why you should be using the local campaigns. But I guess now it's time just to dive into a little bit more details around how they actually work. So first things first, store visits are the KPI for these campaigns. So this is the conversion metric, and the campaigns will optimize towards these store visits. Yeah, exactly. So onto the learning stage. So during the first few days, it will actually give an equal startup budget to each different channel, and it give this time then to monitor the store visit performance across each channel before it actually makes that final decision then. So they use the best-in-class machine learning and automation to be able to identify exactly what channel is providing you with the best performance and the best value back, to be able then to kind of allocate the budgets accordingly. And then finally, we'll always be fine-tuning exactly keeping up with changing customer behaviors to be able to make sure that we're staying on top of the most valuable consumer to be able to drive the most relevant and high-value customers in store for you. These are all the different types of signals that we take into account when looking to optimize for these campaigns. So it goes down really granular, doesn't it? So you can look at exact distance to the shop, exactly likelihood of that person to visit, exactly what device they're on, what the actual query is, whether they're new visitors. So they take into all of this into account, provide the best creative to them, and give it the best chance that that person will come in and busy your store. But not only that, also purchase when in store.
So what does that look like? Now that you've set up your campaigns and you're good to go, how do you report back to the business on the success of these campaign formats? And to be honest, this is one of the best things about local campaigns, is the view of the customer activity that's happening offline based on your online activity, which we use from signed-in user data with extrapolated store visits that have happened within the last 30 days based on a conversion value that you have determined that fits right for your business. And this is phenomenal because you can drill down right to store level and gives you a view on the number of impressions, the number of clicks, calls, and website visits that have happened from this local campaign format. And what's phenomenal about this is you can then share this within the business to local retail managers, to the retail side of the business, to excite them about the possibility of new footfall traffic, which I think is something that everyone wants to achieve on the high street at the moment. And this really does empower colleagues in store and excites them when they're trying to fulfill their sales in store. And you can segment your campaigns based on your activity goals and your individual location objectives. For example, you could isolate your top performing stores, or even stores that were underperforming, or have summer sale pushes, for example, in order to increase the footfall in those moments that matter and drive that highly relevant and qualified traffic to your stores that you wouldn't previously been able to do.
Exactly. So let's just go through the different steps that you have to take on your end and our end as well to make sure that we're able to implement these local campaigns properly. So step one is just to make sure that your Google My Business account is linked to Google Ads account. And I know a lot of advertisers out there already will have already completed this first step, which is great. Step two is that you have to tell us exact budget and provide the ad creative. We can go into a little bit more detail in a moment around the budget requirements. Step three, it's optional but definitely recommended, is to provide a store visit value to help you understand your return on ad spend when you're running out these local campaigns. So for example, like you could say each store visit to me is worth £15. So then we're able to figure out the exact return that we're able to get from these and assign then budgets kind of long term for them. And then step four, which is something that we'll do on our side, but it's using the best in class machine learning to be able to optimize your campaigns to maximize the amount of store visits coming through. Yeah, and a little bit around the minimum local campaign requirements. So store visits have to be set up in a campaign that's already existing. So you can't actually set up a new customer ID to start off with. You have to run the campaign for a 30-day minimum. You have to have 10 different business locations. So this, if you don't meet this requirement just yet, it's something to work towards. And then also you need to have a 1K minimum budget per day. And we'd recommend running this on a kind of a 3-month basis. And kind of then we can reassess the budgets and plan long-term from there.
Yeah, broadly speaking, we've seen some really, really strong and positive results in the UK from this campaign format, particularly when advertisers allow it to run for that 3-month period to see and evaluate the actual performance and then to get the bottoms-up feedback from the stores to see the impact that these campaigns are having. So your key takeaways from today, local campaigns give you an exclusive and automated campaign format to drive footfall in stores and increase the number of visits on the ground. It allows you to access a new Google inventory, which is running across all of our platforms, Maps, Display, Google My Business and YouTube, which is phenomenal because this is mainly exclusive inventory to the campaign format. And they're quite easy to set up and scale based on the automated nature of these campaigns, and really allows you to evaluate the performance on the back of running these campaigns at an individual store level, so that you can help manage this internally and open up new conversations to internal stakeholders and decision makers within the business that previously would not have been possible.
Yeah, exactly.
So thanks so much, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure to give you an overview of our local campaigns today.
Yeah, we're really excited to see a lot more success stories with local campaigns across the UK as well. So please do reach out to your account manager if you have any further questions. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.